Time for hot picks, and we're going to focus on big names in tech. Our guest is Shane Obata, portfolio manager at Middlefield Capital. Great to see you. I know it's hard to generalize about tech, but do you feel there's plenty of value there in big tech names, or is there too much optimism in the stock as a group? And I know it's hard to make a sweeping statement.
It's more expensive than it was on August 5th, but I think the volatility in the summer is probably a mix of different things, light volumes and people on vacation, low volatility. A lot of things kind of led to the downdraft that we saw. And then I think that's exacerbated by growth worries, right? But even now, I think this is a multi-year investment cycle in AI that kind of gives us some comfort about the sustainability of this trend. So I definitely think there's still value.
We're tight for time, and I'm sorry, Shane.
No problem.
Give us your take on Taiwan Semiconductor. They have this incredible market share.
Yes, that's right. So the world's largest foundry, which just means they make chips for their clients. And if we think about a lot of companies such as NVIDIA is actually what's called fabless, and that means they don't manufacture chips. They provide designs to Taiwan Semi, which then manufactures for them. So Taiwan Semi makes chips for Apple, NVIDIA, Broadcom, AMD. The list goes on and on and on. So part of the reason that this is a great story is because I would call them somewhat agnostic to technology and to end market. They're doing everything and they do it the best. So I think this is a name that's going to do very well over the next couple years. The upside actually is on the AI front. If you look at a diversified business like theirs, a lot of different areas are actually not doing well outside of AI. So like communications, industrials has been slower, automobiles has been slower. So that's really holding growth up, but we're hopeful that we're gonna see a return to growth in PCs and smartphones and other areas. So that should help too.
That's interesting. So Taiwan Semi makes the chips, so it doesn't really matter who's the winner. They'll be supplying them.
That's right.
Yeah. Amazon, you see upside there.
Amazon, yeah. I mean, I think it's very well owned. That's fair to say. But this story has really changed from one which used to be all about revenue growth, and now it's about profitability. So for years and years, the bears would complain that there's no profits, and now they're kind of turning it on. And if you remember, during COVID, they basically did a doubling of their logistics network to fulfill what they thought was
they
overbuilt.
Overdid it, yeah.
Yes, but now we're getting to the point where it's kind of, they're synced up, they're lowering their cost to serve, and then you've got two other pieces of the business which are growing faster than retail, which are AWS and the advertising business, which is huge now. Both of those have much, much higher operating margins than the retail business. So overall, we think profitability continues to inflect here over time. So that gives us some comfort. It's becoming cheaper, unlike other stocks, coming from a high valuation to a lower one.
And then Micron, famous for its high bandwidth memory.
Yes.
Why are they a potential winner?
This is the most volatile of the bunch. I would say one thing we're definitely aware of is that there's a few players in this market, and it's unclear that any of them really has a technological advantage. SK Hynix, one of their peers, is kind of the leader in the space, but Micron's interesting because they don't have any manufacturing facilities in China, which I think is an interesting kind of geopolitical hedge. But coming back to high bandwidth memory, the rough gist of it is, as the computing becomes stronger and stronger, we need to have all the other pieces. We need to have good networking capabilities. We need to have good memory, which is just recalling things, ability to access data quickly, no lagging and whatnot. Because if you think about it, if you're computing and you have to wait for something, that slows down the whole process. So
forget it. Nobody wants to wait.
Nobody wants to wait. So they're doing well in HBM. We think they're going to continue increasing their market share. It's coming out of a really deep downturn in the memory market, like really deep. And so we're just emerging from that. So we think there's tailwinds on the pricing side, on the earnings side for the next couple of years.